Okay, you guys, it has been such a long day, but I'm going to chip away at this reading goal. I'm currently reading Divine Rivals, and it's, what time is it? Like 10 o'clock? It's like 10:07 exactly. But yeah, I'm about 72 pages into Divine Rivals. I ideally would finish this book in the next 24 hours to keep on track with all the other books I want to read this month, because if you haven't watched my January TBR, my late one by the way, my January TBR, I want to read 5 more books before the end of the month, and there's exactly 3 weeks left. So not even, like 2.5 when I'm recording this or when I'm filming this. I've got my candle, I've got my 7-Up. Does anyone else drink their pop out of coffee mugs? Comment down below if you drink pop out of coffee mugs. I don't know, but that's what we're doing. So let's read for a bit, shall we? You okay, Simon? Is that your bone? Okay. I think it was edible. Okay, I'm sorry, but if you're reading this, you guys, okay, page 73, I've literally been reading for like 2 minutes, but it says this, it says, on some days I'm afraid of most days. I simply want to achieve things I dream of. A world where my brother's home safe, my mother is well. I write words that I don't despise half the time, words that will mean something to someone else, as if I've cast a line into the dark and felt a tug in the distance. I love how this little monologue, because if you don't know anything about Divine Rivals, they're literally 2 people typewritering messages to each other and they're sending them. It's magical, it's whatever. She's just trying to like she's trying to comfort Roman, and she's basically just saying like life is full of contradictions, and even in the sadness, I like am okay contradicting myself, because sometimes I won't despise things, sometimes my brother will be safe, sometimes my mother will be well. And it's like for those times that she's living, basically is the gist of it. And I just think that that is beautiful. And if there's anyone you ever know or you talk to that doesn't know what they're living for or why they're living, I think it's just like fun to recognize, not fun, good to recognize the contradiction that exists in the world, in our lives. And it can be such a simple thing that maybe a positive person understand that a negative person doesn't. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling on, but I love that little monologue, because I think it's just so tender that she's comforting him by saying like she experiences contradictions every day and that she still hopes for the best somehow. Guys, this is just to any of you who has trouble being hopeful. Don't deny yourself hope. It's not silly to hope. I think a lot of times it's easy to dwell on some of the negative things in our life because they are happening, and the hopeful things maybe aren't happening. But it's not silly to choose hope. It's not foolish to choose hope, and it isn't a lost cause. Having hope for the sake of hope is okay sometimes. So be hopeful. This is not the end. The world gets better. And I'm just thinking all that from this little monologue. When you get to page 73, if your mind is as blown or your heart is as touched as mine, then you'll get it. Anyway, we're gonna keep reading. Yikes. I vow to be a no spoilers. I vow to be a no spoilers channel. Chapter 10. But chapter 10. Okay. But chapter 10. Okay. It's fine. I just finished Divine Rivals. Oh my gosh. I just finished Divine Rivals. Literally, I cannot, you guys, I cannot. This book wrecked me. I am unprepared, and do I have Ruthless Vows upstairs waiting for me to just crack her open and keep reading? Yes. Do I think I'm emotionally ready for that? No. And so I think for now, I'm going to take down my Christmas decorations. I'm going to do a little cleaning. I'm going to listen to my audiobook. In 2023, I listened to all the Harry Potter audiobooks because I thought that would be like a really soothing experience for me. And it was. Jim Dale, thank you so much for getting me through 2023. Now I'm listening to the Percy Jackson ones because my friends all grew up really loving it, and a couple of them wanted to watch the show, and I wanted to watch the show with them. I had FOMO, and I said I need to be a part of that. So I've been listening to those on audiobook. Well, I've been hybrid reading those. Like, my friend lent me their physical books. So I've been reading the physical books and listening to the audiobooks. So I think I'm gonna audiobook. I'm on book 3 of that series, and I think there's 5 or 6. So I think I'm gonna audiobook that while I take down the tree. I was multitasking. I was watching Haley in Bookland, and if you guys don't know, she is like my longtime favorite booktuber, and she just was really open about like her mental health, about like what she was hoping for her channel and for her lifestyle and for other things moving forward, and I just felt really comforted by that and everything that she had to say. And I just was like really, I think a lot of us in our mental health journeys either really decline in the winter or we get a spurt on from like it being January 1st. And I will say I have both. I think the weather and the cloudiness really affects me. Like right now, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it is already dark. Like there's no sun. I'm watching my roommate scrape ice off her car, and it's just a lot to take in, a lot to feel, a lot to reconcile and process through. And so I think that having people in my life that are good and steady is helpful. Things that bring me joy just for the sake of bringing me joy is also really helpful. And a little bit of that is escapism, which I'm prone to, and some of you probably get that too. I'm a little bit prone to escapism, but part of that is to just choosing to see the good in things. And so I try my best to see the good in the things that I can when I can. Yeah, I'm just really grateful for, even though it was a snowstorm, I'm really grateful that I had this day with my book. I had some words of wisdom playing in the background. I've got my dog right here. Is this little stink butt. I do have some really good things in my life. None of them perfect, but I've got some good ones, and I'm grateful for that. So I hope wherever you are, however you're doing, you're finding some simple pieces of joy. I used to write on my blog a lot more than I do now. I don't really keep up with it, but something I always find joy in is the rain. And so I would always say, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like you're having a hard time, take heart because it's raining somewhere. And I just want you to know that not only is it raining somewhere, I'm somewhere in the universe adjacent to you, and I'm thinking about you and hoping the best for your day. None of this has anything to do with reading, big tangent, but I hope you're having just an okay day, and I'm here for you. And I have to decide, do I start Ruthless Vows tonight, or do I jump ship and go on to Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, which hopefully is a lighter read. We'll think about it. Anyway, say goodbye, Simon. Goodbye. I decided to show you what I do when I just need to stay a little bit organized. Sometimes I do an extensive bullet journal, but I just decided for the months of January, February, and March, I needed to just have a regular calendar grid to easily fill in little dates of events. Between my choreography jobs in the winter slump, my new book club over on my Patreon, I just found that I needed something more simple to stay organized. So here is that 3-month just blank spread in my journal. Hi. I don't know where we last left off. To be honest with you, I don't know where we left this reading vlog. And we're still in Snowmageddon in Michigan on this side of the state. So I have been reading thing that's upside down. I'm tired. Today is Thursday. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm wrong. I don't even know the day of the week. I'm still reading Things We Never Got Over. I'm over halfway. I have the physical book, but I also have it on Kindle Unlimited, and so I've been mostly reading it on my Kindle, but then like upgrading my bookmark, so I have the satisfaction of seeing it in the physical copy. I read probably like a third of this, maybe a quarter of this in the physical book, and it just was heavy. Like it's just it's just heavy. I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to be preemptive, but I'm thinking the 3 to 4 range. I don't know if I'm a huge Lucy Score fan because I think she writes smut pretty well, and I think I'm really interested in the story and not in the romance. The romance doesn't capture me, but the story is. And I think with my last Lucy Score book, it was like I wasn't interested in the romance or the story. In fact, I thought the romance was toxic. I thought the characters were in and of themselves not toxic people, but the way they handled their romantic relationship was toxic. And so I think that's why I got frustrated, because I just felt like they were good and cool characters, and then all of a sudden they got into a relationship and lost their dang minds. And then with this book, I feel like I like the characters as people. I like how the plot is progressing, and I think in both cases I liked the women and not the men. So I'm liking this woman, and I'm feeling lackluster about this man, and I think it's just not the kind of vibe I want. And so, but I'm loving the story, and I love the kids in both of the books that I've read from her so far. The kids' role in the plot. And so I think I will continue reading for that purpose, like this series, the Knock 'Em Out series, as it's called. I think I will keep reading it for that reason, but I could do without the men for the most part. And it's not because they're bad, like, because there's a lot of moments where I'm like, ooh, and then the way that they talk to the women, I'm like, ooh, like, you're good with kids, but you're not good with women. Maybe that's me, or maybe it just doesn't feel like an accurate depiction of any man I've met. I don't know. I really want to fall in love with romance again, because there was a time in my life where I loved it, but in this current era of my life, I'm not enjoying it. Okay? I'm not enjoying it, but I'm going to continue reading this book. It's moving really quick. Like, I haven't committed that much time, and I'm more than halfway through, so I think even before I go to bed today, I will be finished. It's about 7:15 right now. Easy. I think in the next 2 hours, I'll just knock this book out. So I'm going to keep reading. And that's what we're going to do. Well, hello friends. I realized as I was editing this vlog that I never finished. I just stopped, and in my mind I wrapped everything up, but really I didn't wrap anything up. In the time since last time I ever filmed, I finished Things We Never Got Over. I gave it a 3.5 star. I really liked it. Sorry, Simon wants to snuggle. Get on in there, buddy. There you go. I really liked this book. I think that maybe, no offense, but I don't think I'm a huge Lucy Score fan. Like, this is a thick book, and I felt like I learned everything I needed to learn in the first third, and the last third and the middle third felt unnecessary. I gave it a 3.5 star though, because the parts that I liked, I really liked. Simon, you're gonna plant, look at his little ear fluff. The parts that I really liked, and the parts that I really didn't like, I really didn't like. I'm gonna stick with my 3.5 star rating. Currently, I'm finishing up King's Cage, which is the third book in the Red Queen series. And then I am making the guide for book club for next month. We're reading Throne of Glass tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. So if you wanna go join me on Patreon, that's where we're having book club. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, I should be finishing King's Cage today. I am almost halfway through Assassin's Blade, and that's what we're working on. I love you all very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay warm, stay happy, and take heart. It's raining somewhere. Love you. Bye.